Hello students, I am your biology lecturer. In the previous class we discussed about transcription in case of eukaryotes and in case of prokaryotes. In case of prokaryotes, that is not that much of complexity, okay, but in case of eukaryotes there is a complexity, there is a presence of introns in between the exons. Okay, there is another mechanism for removal of the introns, that is known as RNA splicing. After RNA splicing, the heteronuclear RNA is formed. Okay, there is a post transcriptional modifications for the tRNA, mRNA and rRNA. Okay, rRNA is synthesized inside the nucleolus, mRNA and tRNA is synthesized completely inside the cytoplasm. Okay, now all the RNAs are prepared. Okay, for our protein synthesis, what are the requirements? All the types of RNAs are already synthesized. In the totally we discuss about a DNA which is synthesized by its DNA. It is known as by the process known as DNA replication. Okay, by that DNA, a single stranded DNA forms the rRNA, mRNA and tRNA. Okay, all these RNAs are help in the preparation of or help in the synthesis of protein. Just you have to understand, the DNA is synthesized by the DNA by the process known as DNA replication. Like that, DNA helps in the synthesis of all the types of RNAs. Process is known as transcription. Okay, like that, all the RNAs are help in the synthesis of protein by the process known as translation. Okay, means the mRNA is known as a messenger RNA. We already discussed about the structure of mRNA. Now I am going to draw the mRNA. This is a 5' end. How can I say this is a 5' end? By seeing the capping region. This is known as 7-methyl guanosine phosphate. Or we can say 5' capping, cap. Okay, then these are the coding sequences. Coding. Okay, in the last we have the poly A tail structure. In the 3' direction, this is the tail. mRNA have the head like 5' capping, body, that is coding region, and a tail. Okay, then rRNA is involved in the synthesis of ribosome. This is small subunit, large subunit. Inside this, the rRNA is present. Okay, in case of prokaryotes, 70S type of ribosome, subunits are like this, 30S and 50S. Okay, but in case of eukaryotes, 80S type of ribosome, 40S and 60S. Okay, then there is a difference in rRNA. In case of ribosome, there is a RNA helps in the synthesis of ribosome, which is involved in ribosome structure. Okay, prokaryotes 70S type of ribosome present, eukaryotes 80S type of ribosomes are present. Next, tRNA. We already discussed in a previous class structure of tRNA. tRNA have the 5' end and 3' end. It is known as a acceptor arm. Okay, this is known as a stem stem and a loop okay. Then this is the variable arm, okay, again stem and loop. This is known as a anticodon loop, okay. Here I told that this is structure of tRNA. Here you can see the pairing, means double stranded DNA is formed in the tRNA. This is the stem region of the tRNA. Here you can see loop. Okay, this is the anticodons. What is codon? I will explain now. Okay, just you understand functions of each RNAs. mRNA, here mRNA carries the message which is present inside the DNA, because mRNA is synthesized by copying the one of the strand of DNA. That's why the mRNA have the message which is present inside the DNA. This is known as messenger RNA. Okay, then ribosomal RNA. Before going to explain this, I will explain the tRNA. tRNA function is to recognize the code which is present on the mRNA. The code which is present on the mRNA, it is recognized by the tRNA and it brings the amino acids which are present inside the cytoplasm, which are suitable for that codon. mRNA carries a message. ಈ ಮೆಸೇಜನ್ನು tRNA ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ರಿಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಓಕೆ, ಐ ಆಮ್ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನಿಂಗ್ ವಿತ್ ಅ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್. ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಇಮ್ಯಾಜಿನ್ mRNA ಒಳಗಡೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಐತಿ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಈಸ್ ರೀಡ್ ಬೈ ದ tRNA. ಆ ಮೆಸೇಜನ್ನು ನೋಡಿ tRNA ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡುತ್ತಾ, ರೀಡ್ ಮಾಡಿ ಆ ಕೋಡನ್ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ದ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಇನ್ ದ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಆಫ್ ಕೋಡ್. ಈಗ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಥೀಫ್ಸು ಏನೋ ದೊಡ್ಡದು ರಾಬ್ರಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ದೇ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್ ಟಾಕಿಂಗ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ನಾರ್ಮಲ್ ಆಗಿ ಮಾತಾಡಲ್ಲ ಅವರು. ಓಕೆ, ದೇ ಯೂಸ್ ದ ಕೋಡೆಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್. ಒಂದು ಕೋಡ್ ಹೇಳಿದರೆ ಅವ್ರು ಅಪೋಸಿಟ್ ಅವರು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಕೋಡ್ ಹೇಳ್ಬೋದು. ಕೋಡ್ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರ್ತಾರೆ. ಅದೇ ಥರ ಹಿಯರ್ ದ mRNA ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫಿಕ್ ಕೋಡ್. ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದ tRNA and also it reply with bringing the amino acid. ಪರ್ಟಿಕ್ಯುಲರ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡನ್ನು ಆ ಕೋಡಾನ್ಗೆ ಸೂಟೇಬಲ್ ಆಗುವ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ನ ತಂದು ಜಾಯಿನ್ ಮಾಡತ್ತೆ. ಓಕೆ, ದ್ಯಾಟ್ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ಅಂದರೆ ಒಂದು ಅಮೈನೋ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡು another amino acid. There is a connection between two amino acids that is known as peptide bond. That peptide bond is formed by the ribosome. The peptide bond is formed by ribosome. Then the RNA is linear and it is stable with the help of ribosomes. Ribosome attached with the initial code for the tRNA. ಎಲ್ಲಿ ಇನಿಷಿಯಲ್ ಎಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಸ್ಟಾರ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೋ, ಈಗ ಸಪೋಸ್ ಒಂದು ಮೆಸೇಜಿಗೆ ನಾವು ಆ್ಯಕ್ಚುಲ್ ಒಂದು ಪೇಜ್ ಗಟ್ಟಲೆ ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಕಳಿಸಿದರೆ ನಮಗೇನು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟು ಅಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಓದಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಅದೇ ಥರ ಈಗ mRNA ಒಳಗೆ ಮೆಸೇಜ್ ಐತಿ, ಯಾವ್ದು ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಅಂತ ರೈಬೋಸೋಮ್ಗೆ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದ. ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಅದೇ ಪೊಸಿಷನಿಗೆ ರೈಬೋಸೋಮ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆಗ್ತದ. ರೈಬೋಸೋಮ್ ಅಟ್ಯಾಚ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ tRNA ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ಇಟ್ ರೆಕಗ್ನೈಸ್ ದ ಕೋಡಾನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಟ್ ಬ್ರಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ದ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ನ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಬರುತ್ತಾ, ಕರೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಫಿಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತದ. ಆ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ ಮತ್ತು ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಮೈನೋ ಆ್ಯಸಿಡ್ನ ನಡುವೆ ಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು. ದಟ್ ಪೆಪ್ಟೈಡ್ ಬಾಂಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ಡ್ ಬೈ ದ ರೈಬೋಸೋಮ್ ಆಕ್ಟಿವಿಟಿ. This is the overall process of translation. What I am trying to explain is, by the message of mRNA, the protein is going to form. I think you already know that protein is a long polypeptide chain, polypeptide chain of amino acid. polypeptide chain of amino acid is known as a protein. Suppose there are totally 20 amino acids are there. 20 amino acids are present in the nature which are very necessary for the protein synthesis. 20 amino acid protein synthesis ge help ಮಾಡ್ತದೆ. Suppose I will give the example proline, serine, tryptophan, glycine, arginine, lysine. These are the some examples of amino acids. Okay, means the protein is a polypeptide chain of amino acid. Andre first one proline irbeku, serine, tryptophan, glycine. Means in between these amino acid there is a bond known as a peptide bond. ಈ ಒಂದು ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ ಇಂದ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಗೆ there is a connection known as a peptide bond connection. Means this is a random example. Proline first ಇರಬೇಕಂತಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, it depends on the which protein is going to form. ಯಾವ protein formation ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ particular sequence ಆಗಿ ಈ ಅಮೈನೋ ಆಸಿಡ್ಸ್ ಅರೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿರ್ತವೆ. Totally 20 amino acids are there. Okay, then these 20 amino acids are present inside the cytoplasm. All these 20 amino acids are present in cytoplasm. Okay, for this the exact 20 types of tRNA, 20 tRNAs are present inside the cytoplasm. There are 32 types of tRNAs are there. Only 20 amino acid. For those 20 amino acid, 32 tRNAs are present. Okay, means the tRNA must be read the codons which are present in the mRNA. Here this is the mRNA, this is the 5' end of mRNA, this is the 3' end. You already know that 3' end doesn't have any codings, it is just a poly A type. Okay, here the actual sequence which is very necessary for the protein synthesis, it is known as a coding. By this coding synthesis only the protein will synthesized. Okay, means the coding sequences have the nucleotide base pairs. I will write random sequences. For example, A U G C C A U U G A A G C C U G G A U. Okay, this is the random sequences. Means the protein, this is a protein, consider this is a protein, is synthesized by this coding sequences. Means the code which is present in the mRNA must be read by something called as a tRNA. Okay, I told that the ribosome is initially attached with the initial sequence. Okay, this is just an introduction. I will explain the detailed process of translation later. I am trying to explain what is coding. Okay, which type of coding is present on the mRNA. Okay, just understand and focus on that thing. This is a ribosome. Okay, after the attachment of ribosome there is another, this is the tRNA. Okay, the tRNA have the anticodon. Remember this one, just now I told that the 32 types of tRNAs are present for the 20 amino acids. Means these anticodon loop of the tRNA have the 3 codons, 3 nitrogen base pairs. They are exactly complementary for the codons which are present in the mRNA. tRNA anticodon or 3 nitrogen base pair which is complementary to the mRNA codon. Okay, 3 nitrogen bases are known as a one codon. One codon codes for one amino acid. One codon codes for one amino acids. You can ask the question like this: why only 3 nitrogen base pair is called as a one codon? Why not 2 nitrogen base pair? Why not 1 nitrogen base pair? There is a reason. There are only 4 nitrogen bases are there. We can say that is a nucleotides A, G, U, C. Okay. Then amino acids. There are 20 amino acids are there. Means if only one nucleotide or nitrogen codes for one amino acid, there is only 4 amino acids have to be coded. Means this is exactly wrong. Next, if we consider 2 nitrogen base pairs, like random sequence I can take. If 2 nucleotides code for the 20 amino acids, means 4:2 is equal to 4 into 4, totally 16 amino acids will code by the 2 nucleotides. But there is a requirement of another 4 amino acids, that is why this one is also completely wrong. Okay. Third trial, that is a 3 nucleotide. Okay, that is AUG, GUUC, GUG, like this. 4:4 cube. Okay, 4 into 4 into 4 into 4. Totally 64 amino acids will code by the 3 codons. I think you are getting one, means the one question will arise: we require only 20 amino acids, why the 64 codons too? What is the remaining codons too? Means the amino acids will repeat in the polypeptide chain of protein. Means the proline will comes, for example, proline will comes thrice in that polypeptide chain. ಒಂದು ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ ಪ್ರೋಲಿನ್ 4ರಿಂದ 5 ಸತಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು, 5ರಿಂದ 6 ಸತಿ ಬರ್ಬೋದು. ಓಕೆ, this is a depends on composition of protein. That's why so many nucleotide combinations, that is the codons. There are the 64 codons are necessary for the protein synthesis. Means the codons will code for the same amino acids. Means many codons. I will remove this many. I can write 2 or 3 codons codes for same type of amino acid, same type of amino acid. As I can say, proline is coded by 3 codons, 3 combinations of codons. The message which is present in the mRNA, it is in the form of mRNA message in the form of triplet codon. Triplet codon. That codon is codes for amino acid. Amino acids are the units of protein. Okay, means now our topic is codons. We already discussed about some points of the codons. We say that is nothing but the genetic code. Codons are also known as genetic codes because it having the information of genetic material. Okay, it is very necessary for inheritance of character because the characters are expressed in the form of protein. Means the codons which are present in mRNA, they are known as a genetic codes. Okay, or triplet codon, they are in the form of 3 nucleotides. Triplet codon, genetic code and just codon. I will write the one point. The 3 nitrogen bases or 3 nucleotides which is present in mRNA which codes for one amino acid is known as genetic code or triplet codon. Okay, the genetic information now it's in the form of coded language. ಓಕೆ, ಯಾರಿಗೂ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬಾರ್ದು. ಜಸ್ಟ್ TRNA ಮತ್ತು ಯಾವ ಪ್ರೋಟೀನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತಾ ಅವಕ್ಕಷ್ಟೇ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಬೇಕಂದ್ರೆ ವಿ ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ಸೇ ದ DNA is very clever. It transfers its information to the mRNA. mRNA is more clever than the DNA. That's why the information is saved in the form of coded language. That coded language is read by the specific tRNA and it select the specific amino acid. The specific amino acids are joined by the ribosome to form the protein. Okay, this is a very important thing, that is the genetic codons or genetic codes, triplet codons. We already discussed that 64 codons are there. How the 64 codons are formed? Okay, first one, the codons for the various amino acids. I will explain, which is given in your NCERT book by using that. Okay, see here, in the first position they took the 4 nitrogen base pairs. In the second position, same 4 nitrogen base pair. In the third position, for the each column, for each row, they took 4 nitrogen base pairs. You can observe. First, same thing in the same order: UCAG, 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 UCAG. You can take AUGC like that also. You can get the same thing. Here you can see U, U, U. First one, you have to take first position, first one, second position, first one, and third position. Means you can get U, U, A. First row ಒಳಗಡೆ ಈ ಕಡೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ಗೆ ಏನು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ವಲ್ಲ ಅದನ್ನು ತಗೋಬೇಕು. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಅದನ್ನು ತಗೋಬೇಕು, ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಒಳಗಿಂದು ಫಸ್ಟ್ ನೈಟ್ರೋಜನ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರ್ ತೊಗೊಂಡು ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಿಪ್ಲೆಟ್ ಕೋಡಾನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗ್ತದೆ. ಅದೇನಂದ್ರೆ ಫಿನೈಲ್ ಅಲನಿನ್, PHE ಶಾರ್ಟ್ ಫಾರ್ಮ್ ಫಾರ್ ಫಿನೈಲ್ ಅಲನಿನ್. ಓಕೆ, ಲೈಕ್ ದ್ಯಾಟ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ C ಇದ್ರೆ ದೇರ್ ಇಸ್ ಅ ಲೈಕ್ ಸೈಟ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಇನ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್. UUC phenylalanine, UVA leucine, UUA UEG leucine. ಓಕೆ ಅದೇ ಥರ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ UC ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಒಳಗೆ ಡಿಫ್ರೆನ್ಸ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಜಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ UCU serine, UCC I already told that the same amino acid can code by the many codons. Here the serine is coded by 4 codons UCU, UCC, UCA, UCG. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಒಳಗಡೆ C ಕಾನ್ಸ್ಟಂಟ್. ಓಕೆ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಯಾವಾಗಲೂ ವೇರಿಯೇಬಲ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಪೊಸಿಷನ್ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ಸ್ ಆನ್ ದ ಫಸ್ಟ್ position letter. Okay, in third one UAU, UAC, UAA, UAG. This is very different. UAU, that is codes for the tyrosine. Okay, UAC is also tyrosine. UAA, UAG are the nonsense codons or known as the stop codons. I will explain about this in the later classes, means at the end of the translation I will explain this stop codon. Okay, like that. UGU, UGA, you can see first position, second position and a third position. UGU, UGC, UGA, UGG. Cysteine, cysteine, stop codon, tryptophan. Okay, like that you can see in each box 4 codons, means totally 16 box into 4 is equal to 64 codons are there. You can see only 20 amino acids are coded by this 64 amino acids. You have to practice this genetic code combinations. It will help you to understand the combinations of 4 nucleotide base pairs. 4 ನ್ಯೂಕ್ಲಿಯೋಟೈಡ್ ಬೇಸ್ ಪೇರಿಂದ 64 ಕೋಡಾನ್ಸ್ ಯಾವ ಥರ ಫಾರ್ಮೇಷನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಾಗ್ತದೆ. ಓಕೆ, ಫಾರ್ ಯುವರ್ ನೀಟ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಮಿನೇಷನ್ ದಿಸ್ ಇಸ್ ವೆರಿ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ. ಓಕೆ, ಟೋಟಲಿ 64 ಕೋಡಾನ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವಿಚ್ ಕೋಡ್ಸ್ ಫಾರ್ ದ 20 amino acids. Then second point, the same amino acid can code by many codons. Okay, these are the important things which are very necessary to understand translation process. Okay, this is the codon, genetic code topic. I will explain in the next class what are the characteristic feature of genetic code, how many codons, okay, what are the silent features, who discovered this genetic code, everything I will explain in the next class. Today just we completed the introduction about the translation. In that particularly we focused on the codon, coded language, everything we completed. Okay, please watch the videos regularly and read the NCERT book before watching this video, then you can get a full clear information about the topic. Okay, if you have any doubt means you can message me or you can comment me. In the next class we will continue with a new topic that is very important one, the silent features of genetic code. Thank you.